This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. Entrepreneur Elon Musk doesn't exactly mirror some of his technorati contemporaries. Rather than a man that fits the corporate glove, at times he seems more of a maverick or a soothsayer depicting what lies ahead. He's been belittled by critics for what they say are outlandish ideas regarding artificial intelligence and how it might destroy humankind, and is sometimes called a dreamer when he states that under his guidance, scores of humans will, in the not-too-distant future, be living on his Mars colonies after hitching a ride on his company's interplanetary transport system. He's talked about the need for a universal basic income when the robots have finally risen, and makes no qualms about stating he will lead us into this brave new world. With that in mind, how does he compare to you? That's what we'll find out in this episode of the Infographics Show, Elon Musk versus the average American. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad. The 46-year-old Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. He shares his birth date with the notorious King Henry VIII, as well as actor John Cusack and French philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau. If you follow Musk, you could say he shares some traits with all three of these men. At once a rebellious leader, a believer in futuristic social contracts, and also somewhat a celebrity figure among rather dry tech kingpins. Musk has Dutch and British ancestry. This puts him with a rather large group in the US who claim to have either Dutch or British ancestors. When Business Insider put together a list of where Americans claim to have ancestry, Germany came top, with a little over 49 million Americans saying that's where their bloodline goes back to. Black or African Americans were next at a little over 41 million, and Irish third at 35.5 million. As part Dutch, he joins another 4.8 million Americans. It seems his mother is part English, part German, which links Musk with nearly 27 million English Americans, and we already know how many German Americans there are. Some sources also point out that there are many more English Americans, but people no longer identify with that lineage and simply say that they are full-blooded Americans. Musk is also white, as are around 73% of all Americans. Musk was, by all accounts, a bit of a nerd and a computer whiz when he was just a child. His precociousness didn't go down too well with some of the more dunderheaded kids in school, and Musk was the victim of severe bullying. According to a report by the National Center for Educational Statistics, Musk joins 20.8% of American kids that are bullied. Musk was studying in South Africa though, not America. In the book Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the Quest for a Fantastic Future, it states that young Elon was thrown down some steps by bullies and had to be hospitalized, so this was more than just name calling. The US government website Stop Bullying tells us that 29.2% of bullied middle school kids have experienced physical violence against them. But, in the words of German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And Elon powered past the bullying. He became a self-taught computer programmer by the age of 12. While autodidactism is rare in most areas of expertise, in 2016, a Stack Overflow poll found that 69.1% of software developers were self-taught. They just didn't do it as early as Musk, we might expect. Young Elon sold his first game at 12 and made a handsome $500. This is impressive, but not as impressive as 7-year-old child prodigy Mohammed Hamza Shahzad, who became a certified programmer at 7. He is British though, so Musk can still hold his head up high in the US. Before moving to Canada, Musk was educated in private schools, so you could say he had a head start. If you've seen our show on private and public schools, you'll know he joins just 10% of kids in these sometimes posh schools, or 5.1 million students. He graduated high school, and so joins about 95% of private school kids that graduated, and around 80 to 83% of all Americans that graduate today. In 1997, he received a Bachelor of Science degree in physics, a degree which around 8,000 Americans received in 2015. According to APS, in 1997, the number was about half of that. Musk also started a PhD at Stanford University, but like many tech entrepreneurs, he dropped out in pursuit of his dream. According to a Michigan EECS professor, Musk joins another 50% of PhD students that don't make it to the end in the US. Musk formed the company Zip2 and sold it for millions, and then started X.com and PayPal. After selling Zip in 1999, Musk became a millionaire many times over at the age of 28. Only 3% of the 323 plus million people in America are millionaires, and of those, the average person has to wait until they are 32 to reach that point. Musk received $22 million in one shot. As for other Americans with degrees, Musk is somewhat out-earning them. While the average American has savings of $6,676, excluding property, according to the US Census Bureau, advanced degree holders on average earn $72,824 a year. Musk teamed up with Peter Thiel to form PayPal, and soon the pair were billionaires. He debuted on the Forbes billionaires list in 2012 with a reported worth of $2 billion. At 41, he was perhaps an old billionaire compared to his compatriots Mark Zuckerberg, billionaire at 23, or Snapchat's Evan Spiegel, billionaire at 25. Still, it's thought it takes the average billionaire around the world until the age of 63 to amass their fortune. According to Forbes, in 2016 there were 540 billionaires in the United States, with a total fortune of $2.399 trillion. Musk's worth today is thought to be $19.3 billion, slightly more than the average Americans in his age group, who would have $84,000 if they sold everything they owned. To get an idea of his wealth, if Elon spent $1 million every day, it would take him a little over 52 years to finish off his present cash pile if he never earned another penny. He'd be 98 and probably have a lot of gadgets, houses, planes, and cars. He already owns 5 multi-million-dollar properties, picking up his last one in Bel Air, Los Angeles in 2016. According to Variety, this last house cost him $24,250,000. It has 7 bedrooms, 7 full bathrooms, 4 half bathrooms, and is 20,248 square feet. It also boasts public entertainment rooms, a 2-story library, a home theater, a large gym, and a 1,000-bottle wine cellar, according to Variety. The average American house on the market now is going for $385,200 and is 2,687 square feet in size. Musk has 2 cars, a Ford Model T and a beautiful-looking Jaguar Series 1 1967 E-Type Roadster. We found one of these on sale online at time of writing, costing $289,500. It's thought that the average household in the US owns 1.9 personal vehicles, and while that might make our man Musk a little average for once in this show, the average cost of a car in America in 2016 was $25,449. We should add that he also owns aircraft. Musk has been married and divorced, which is quite average for America, as around 40 to 50% of married Americans will separate. According to data from the National Survey of Family Growth, 70% of men that married between 2006 and 2010 have a probability of their relationship lasting a decade. Musk separated after 8 years. He had 1 child that died of sudden infant death syndrome. The CDC tells us that in 2015, 39.4 deaths occurred due to SIDS per 100,000 live births. Musk went on to have 5 children, all boys, via in vitro fertilization. In 2017, the fertility rate in the US is 62 births per 1,000 women aged 15 to 44. According to the New York Times, this is a record low. Musk was dating actress Amber Heard after her and Johnny Depp split, although gossip magazines tell us now he is single again. He is in good company, as a survey in 2016 found that the average American will have 7.2 partners. For those who are interested, Elon is 6 foot 2 inches tall and 220 pounds. The average height of an American man is 5'9", and the average weight is 195 pounds. He seems like a decent fella, but word has it he can be a nightmare to work with. It's clear not all of us are like Elon Musk, and most of us don't even know how to create a website from scratch. That's why we love using Squarespace. Squarespace allows us to create a beautiful website within minutes using their all-in-one platform. There's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever, and that's going to save you a lot of time, money, and headache. Ever since we started using Squarespace, we've seen traffic to the Infographicshow.com increase exponentially. That's because they know how to deal with SEO, or search engine optimization, and all we have to do is enter text where they tell us to. If you're ever stuck, Squarespace provides award-winning 24/7 customer support. We used to use other hosting solutions, and our biggest hesitation before switching was how to transfer all of our content. Well, it was really easy. Squarespace allows you to transfer your already existing website from places like WordPress with just a few clicks. Not all of us will become as rich as Elon Musk, but if you have a good idea, don't just keep dreaming. Make it a reality with a website from Squarespace. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/infographics to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time!